Speaker, one of the sadder elements about this corrosive Senate scandal is the failure of the Prime Minister to show leadership and explain his role in undermining public trust in the Senate. We've learned that the vetting of senators is the sole responsibility of the Prime Minister, and yet he refuses to explain what that process is or whether senators even are eligible to sit in the Senate. At the same time, his Conservative colleagues in the upper chamber are sitting on a report that speaks to the issue of eligibility of the rules, whether they were followed. This Prime Minister promised to clean up Ottawa. Why won't he come clean with Canadians? What is he trying to hide?
Speaker, on a number of occasions, constitutional practice with respect to the appointment of senators has been clear for almost 150 years, Mr. Speaker. What is also clear is that it is inappropriate to use taxpayer resources to fund political party offices, Mr. Speaker. Now, in the Officegate scandal hatched out of the Leader of the Opposition's own office, Mr. Speaker, some 68 members of the NDP are now on the hook for $2.7 million. And in a very awkward twist, when the member for Burnaby Douglas was asked last week how he would pay the $170,000 he owes, you know what he said? He said it wasn't his debt. It was the member for Skeena-Balkley Valley's debt because he was the House Leader at the time, Mr. Speaker. Wow, so they're busy throwing each other under the bus as opposed to paying.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Payne.
Well, when you see the mighty Prime Minister hiding behind that man, you know why so much of the front bench are hitting and getting out of town as fast as they can. This Prime Minister is neck deep in the scandal. The RCMP named his staffers as being key in the cover-up of issues of fraud and breach of trust. His senators tried to whitewash the audit. Now we're on the eve of a new Auditor General report that could put 14 senators in jail. Why won't the Prime Minister stop hiding, come clean with Canadians? How many Conservatives need to be indicted before he will tell the truth about what happened with the cover-up in his office?
Very good.
The honourable parliamentary secretary.
Well, obviously, Mr. Speaker, again, it was the Senate who invited the Auditor General in to audit their expenses, and we hope that they insist that they will cooperate in this, Mr. Speaker. At the same time, it's also very clear that there are 68 members of the NDP caucus who, unfortunately to taxpayers, will be spending their summer in court, squished into the defendant's box of a court, trying to explain why they refuse to pay back $2.7 million to taxpayers, Mr. Speaker. The NDP have a troubling pattern of abuse of taxpayers' dollars, $2.7 million for offices, $1 million for mailings. Just pay it back.
The honourable member for